Okay, welcome back to Faction Wars. I'm hoping for a slightly less chaotic episode than the previous one, but I'm not sure we're going to get that. One thing I think we can do though, is we can actually use Atlas to start going really aggressive against Purple, because even though we have lost most of our forces in the fight against Synoptic, Synoptic was definitely their best hero, and in fact, we can see their best now is Yokesen, who we've already beaten once. So we should be able to go pretty aggressive. We can't see where Yokesen is, so he's probably somewhere nearby. But what I think we can do is we can go into this town, we can pick up a few more of these just as backup, bring them into our forces, and since we can't recruit any of these other types of units, and I can think of uses for that gold elsewhere, we're going to go straight to the south with these forces. Hopefully there'll be enough to at least make a small push into Purple's lands. We can stop off some extra defense as well. Let's do that. I think we'll ignore the artifact. And that's as far as we can go, but I'm going to assume we're tough enough to take any fight of anything that can break through. YH is going to go ahead and take Zanzibar, which should be very straightforward. I'm going to actually try and avoid those losses, but don't really want to use spell points if I can avoid it. So casting options, we've got Lightning Bolt, 400 points of damage, that kills a stack of our choice. These also kill a stack of our choice. I'm going to try and avoid using spell points. We're bound to lose a few skeletons to the towers, and that's fine, but rest of these units, we'll try to hold them back. Yep, so pretty overkill. They do go for Lightning Bolt on the skeletons, so that's fine. We'll lose some skeletons, but we should hopefully keep the rock at least. Rock is still useful just for blocking shooters and stuff like that. And for stuff like this as well. Okay, that's much better. We do get more skeletons than we lose. We check the town, let's see what they have. So we can actually pick up some more units if we want to. I guess... well, we're not using bone dragons anyway. Perhaps skeletons, just for the sake of strengthening a stack we already have, we'll go for that. Plus we can go into the Mage Guild, which gives us a few extra spells. I think we had most of this stuff already. I'm not going to invest in level 5, since we should be fine. Our spells are more than good enough. We'll go for the skeletons, we'll leave the rest behind as potential defenders, and we're just going to go straight to the south, ignore all of the mines and things, focus on taking towns, and we can see this leads to boats. We can get in this turn, only just, so that's perfect, and we can see Vampire Dome. So it's a slightly different type of name to Order's base and Armada base. This one is the Vampire Dome, pretty weakly defended, hopefully no sign of any tough heroes for us to take on, so that should all be fine. Zom could take on Deep. I am a bit worried that Deep probably has Summon Elemental, so I'm going to bring the strongest force I can, which is going to be this guy. He goes to the water wheel and goes to the stables. Just check we can definitely reach. Okay, we're going to go to the south. Just check we have enough movement points to stop off here, which looks like we do. We're going to move next to this hero, and we're going to bring Zom up. Pass these units across. Zom does have the worst stats of the two, so he's the one who gives up his units. We don't need mutant zombies. We don't need 15 skeletons. Could we swap some artifacts around just in case? This one is definitely worth using. Don't think we need this. Statesman's Quill, just in case something goes wrong. Probably worthwhile. I think we'll chance it with the rest. Yep, let's see how it goes. So our forces are way stronger on paper, it depends on his spellcasting. It looks like he is going to retreat. Okay, the key here is just to go super aggressive. Spell options, we've got 70 spell points. Doesn't look like we have mass damage options. We do have Holy Shout, but I don't think we picked up the artifact that protects us from that. Death Ripple does more harm than good. Fireball does 120 points of damage, which is enough to kill off 2 stacks. I think we just keep it simple. Take these out. Send these forward. These go for the strongest stack they can, which is going to be these. Now we did lose a few of these in the auto-resolve, so I'm worried he is going to go for a spell. Kill some of those off. Goes for it on the halflings instead. Okay, that's fine. Does kill 88 of them, but on the whole, that's okay. He only has this base left, so we can expect him to come back to that one. But we do also have Dimitri, who's going to come through with a few extra units. Between these two, this guy is level 18, 12, 11, 8, and 5. This guy is 10, 19, 12, 7, so much better. Okay, so Logan is going to take that fight next turn with a lot of extra units. Should be able to do that pretty handily. Let's go for the stables, grab some resources, and I think we'll actually send this guy to the west. Back in this direction. Since there's not too much to do in this part of the map, we should be about to finish off orange once and for all. We'll go ahead and grab a few things with Zom, and that just leaves... can't even remember his name, Sasagan. Sasagan needs to go back to this base, needs to get his 210 spell points back, and needs to pick up some extra units, because this is otherwise quite dangerous. Let's just go all the way through. Not take any chances with movement points. Okay, so we're back. We don't have great spells in this town. We do need to pick up Pandora. And I think we'll decide where to do that later. So we're going to get the Phoenixes. We're going to, I think, pick up the Unicorns as well. Druids could be done. I do want to save some gold. But 2,000 gold for 5 Druids, I guess we might as well. Okay, that leaves 15,000 left to spend, so we have a choice. We either recruit Pandora from this town, do what we did in the previous episode where we go aggressive. This time round, it shouldn't backfire. We should be able to take down UAC, should be able to take Weed Patch and then go north, take down Airy, and go into their lands. But I think we'll do something a bit more fun, and a bit more different. So we're going to go into this town, we're going to pick her up in this town once again. Got 13,000 we can spend, so let's trade for another 2,000. Then let's grab a few more gems. Okay, so there are potentially 2 more Titans available if we do some more trading. Is that worthwhile? So we'd have to trade for 5,000, which... 10,000 in fact. I think that should be doable. We're not doing much with these resources. Don't want to lose the next fight. Okay, a couple more wood. Need to get the gems too. Okay, that evens out nicely, so 8 Titans in total. I think we'll ignore the windmill, try and use our movement points as best we can. And we'll start moving in this direction. So we're going to take out the cavalries, we're going to go west, we're going to take on Krydos, New Dawn, and just going to start taking his hometowns from him. There is a chance he comes up to attack Night Shadow, that seems to be his plan. But we do have some units we can recruit in this town, and I think we can probably hold him off. He is a pretty good spellcaster. But we'll see how it goes. Going to avoid building in our towns, though we do have 1,000 gold we can spend if we want to. Do we do that? So we've got Rebecca the Sorceress. I think at this point in the game there's only really good heroes left. Isabel is also pretty good, but not worth recruiting. We'll save our gold because it's definitely going to be useful next turn. Let's end the turn there. So as expected, yellow does stay aggressive, can reach us next turn, also goes to claim some resources. Purple comes towards us with all of this, including their week's worth of dragons. Okay, I think we take on the trolls, hopefully don't take any losses, breeze through those, grab these extra artifacts, and let's go for Kalindra. No losses expected, perfect. Don't have too many movement points left. We do have all of our spell points, so we could stay aggressive. There's pretty much nothing in this town. It's kind of bad. With that being the case, let's just stay aggressive. Almost can reach the stables. Okay, in that case, let's go for the experience, why not? And no sign of any heroes. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we can take this fight, but I'm going to hold back on that for now. Let's go to the south with this. No sign of any red heroes. We do have Thundax. He's got his pack of Bone Dragons. If he can summon, I think we could lose this, but it's obviously worth the risk. So he is... yeah, he's pretty strong. He's definitely their strongest. No need to check that. Let's go to the south. Explore as far as we can while staying in the ship. Okay, that'll have to do. Okay, we jump ashore. Pretty sure he won't come to challenge us. That should all be fine. Zom is going to go for this. Just sweep up what we can. Dimitri goes to the south. Okay, so Sologan does have a free slot. Can take a few extra units. Take the Power Liches instead of the Swordsman, and that should all be fine. Okay, so as expected, Deep has come back. He has got about a week's worth of units. We should still be okay. Nope. There we go, we can see he does go for the summon. So I think we took the Statesman's Quill. And that was so that if he does just have summons left, we should be able to surrender pretty cheap, which it looks like we can. Okay, so spell options, 300 points of damage from Lightning Bolt. We need to kill these off as quickly as possible. Let's just go for these first. 20 of those. Okay, just gonna go for the skeletons, try and weaken those. For the Lightning Bolt on those does a lot of damage, but at least it's not a summon. I think we can send these in. Gonna go to here because it can't be reached from too many hexes. These will rush forward, or in fact, we should probably stay pretty close to the Power Liches, which they're likely to attack. They do go for the vampires instead, but I think we resurrect more than we lose. So 4 of these in total, we get 3 to 4 kills if we go for this. The skeletons have not yet moved, but that's a weak choice of target. Let's go for the Bone Dragons for sure. Do finish those off. Finish these off with the Retal, and next round does begin. So if we can finish them off before they go for any kind of summon, this should all be fine. I'm so determined to do this, I think I would take the friendly fire, but we don't really need to. Well, it depends. 14 Vampire Lords can get the job done. So the Vampire Lords have to effectively kill one each. We've already gone for our cast. I don't know if this does more harm than good, but in theory, these guys have higher defense. Only 6 hit points left, though. I'm just gonna hope for the best. This is gonna be tight. 8 to 12 kills. Okay, this is where it potentially starts to go wrong. But if he does go for a summon, we can perhaps overwhelm them. We should have a full round. No, goes for the Lightning Bolt instead. Wow, okay. So AI lets itself down. We do lose a few Vampire Lords, but we have finally finished off Orange. So that could have gone a lot worse. Okay, perfect. Let's send this guy back into the town, get his spell points back. He's not going to contribute too much. I think all of these heroes are just a bit too far from the action. We'll start funneling them down. I'm not going to get rid of them. This guy will continue to go west. He is there to support, although his pathfinding skill is really bad. Okay, so we still have Pandora. She's going to go to this, and I think we might as well scare these off. Shouldn't take any losses. They will join us if we spend a ridiculous amount of gold, but let's not bother. Let's go over to this instead. 2,000 gold for a level up. I'm just going to say yes. Diplomacy could be interesting. Grab some gold. No losses expected. Okay, so we can go for the extra knowledge. Is that worth a detour? I think we are strong enough to take anything in this zone. So let's stay aggressive. And we've got to go back to this. So we can't pick up any extra heroes, but we can pick up some defenders. I think we need pretty much everything. We certainly need the marksman. Then I think we want crusaders close to those. This is the place to spend, for sure. That should be fine. Okay, I don't think anything else is too threatened. We do potentially want to pick up some more units with this guy, but he should be okay. Let's have a look. So, 4 black dragons. Okay, this hero is definitely stronger than us. Maybe we stay in the town. We should get these. But we don't really have too many options to beef this guy up. Pretty sure she will come to attack us, and if anything, we don't want to be cornered in the town. I think I'm willing to try this. The black dragons will be tough. We might lose, but at least this way around, we have the option of surrendering. Yep, so a loss is expected, no surprises there. The main thing is well, all 5 of these stacks are not fun to deal with. So options, Elemental Storm could be interesting, but does harm most of our units. Could come back to that later. So those 4 black dragons are a bit dangerous. The centaurs, we should be able to do a lot of damage to with Lightning Bolt. Likewise, the bone dragons. So these guys have a total of 1300 hit points. We do 787. Can these reach us? Okay, boars shouldn't be able to reach us. They could go for the haste, but I think we take our chances. Okay, do we kill 5 of these off? Is it worth going forward? The paladins would hit us. Only 157 kills on these. Maybe it makes more sense to go for the bone dragons. Then perhaps these can't reach us? Pretty sure they can't. Boars can. But I think this is the way. Although actually, even in melee, being hit by 300 centaurs is not going to be fun. And these do move next. So maybe we stay back. We could send the dragon in after the boars have moved, but the dragons don't want to be hit either. Also, if this stack gets destroyed, we could always resurrect. I'm going to try this. Okay, so no immediate loss. They go for the blind and immediately unblind, so we get to take advantage of that. These guys... Actually, our stats are much higher. 5 defense. So even 11 of these can kill half a black dragon. And they miss their turn through morale. So 15 to 30 kills from the 1 dragon. Let's go for this. I'm hoping the paladins can't reach. I'm not sure I planned that out properly. Okay, actually doesn't look good. Really important the black dragons don't get killed. Still think we have to go for theirs though. Okay, we do take the hit, and actually take it surprisingly well. I feel like this is definitely going to be a win. Bone dragons go for the greater druids, they can't even kill 1. Have lost our first phoenix, but that's fine. I think we lightning bolt these. Does actually kill them off. Attack these once again. This time around we get luck. They missed their turn through morale, that's perfect. They do get to double attack us with the dragons, didn't really think that through. These should skip their turn. Still 206 hit points left on this. If we could get a kill on this, I would go for it. We can get a kill on the bone dragons. Can these then reach us? Probably. But I think we take our chances. So we take the hit from that completely fine. These guys are free to attack. Let's go for the stack we can't kill off with spells. Can get a kill if we go for this. I think we do. Bone Dragons go for those instead. That's fine. Let's try and kill some of these off. And this stack is pretty much dead, so we're going to skip the turn. They go for blind on those, that's fine. Do lose our first Greater Druid, but that is also completely fine. If we go for this, 0 to 1 kills, they have 62 hit points, it is in our favour. But no reason to take the extra damage. Okay, dragons kill those off. So centaurs are yet to move, these guys have 189 hit points left. If we go for this, we can't kill off the stack. We don't want these guys doing full damage. Odds of killing the extra black dragon off are pretty high, so let's go for that. Still hanging on pretty well, these guys can't get a kill, so let's just take a step out. Okay, next round has begun, still 163 of these left, let's mostly kill those off. Go for the attack on these. Okay, they go for the Chain Lightning, which fortunately doesn't affect our dragons. Does do a lot of damage though. 10 spell power. Can't kill this off. 152 hit points. That should be enough to survive the rest of the battle. Okay, so at this point there's not too much we can do. We don't have Resurrect True. We shouldn't go for Elemental Storm or anything like that. We would ideally kill off the Black Dragon. Guaranteed to kill off the Bone Dragon. So best thing we can do is probably to haste whichever stack has the highest chance of killing these off, but I don't think any stack does. $145 hit points. That should be fine. The Tires doesn't work on undead. So Dragon Slayer could be interesting, but it doesn't really make a difference. Pretty sure there's nothing we can do. Yeah, all this does is swap our dragons' speed priority around. They go for the Chain Lightning again, we take a few more losses. Still can't kill these off. We have a chance. We go for this. It's massively in our favour, so let's go for it. Okay, so pretty heavy losses, but we have taken out a pretty dangerous hero, and Roxana is only level 5. Still not super keen to go for this. We should get some more units. So we can go towards Woodhaven. Pick up some more Phoenixes. I do feel like our spellcasting is good enough that we should be fine. Her attack's really low. I'm gonna stay aggressive. Again, if something goes wrong, we should be able to retreat before we lose. Okay, so that is all of our heroes moved. We still have 800 left to spend if we want to. I think we should be fine. Pretty sure Weedpatch will still be attacked. He is weaker on paper, so AI might change its mind, but this does seem to be in his favour. Okay, let's end the turn. Red does reappear, and wow, not expected to get a single kill. Yeah, that tower does almost no damage. Could go forward and go for this attack. I don't think we do. If we go for this, we're just baiting the double attack. Just gonna skip the turn. These can pretty safely move up to here, and these can move up too. These stay back. Okay, does have the Chain Lightning. We do take quite a few losses to that. Hopefully can kill off one green dragon. Should not go for this attack. Next round begins. We go for this, absorb the retaliation. If we can kill off one of these, that'd be great, but it doesn't look to be in our favor. Nope. Okay. You can see how he takes no losses from this. That was a big waste of money, but we do deprive him of those units, and he is now headed towards our wizard town, which has been emptied out. Losses expected in this battle, we'll see what we can do. They do have first turn, but luckily there is a tree that helps us. So, spell options, 210 points of damage from this. Immediate threats. Not really too many. I think we go for this. Retaliation should... Wow. That should have killed a lot more. I guess they have that artifact that lowers damage, the Lightning Helm. Okay. So, Cold Ray next time, I think. These go for the block against the ranged units, so we're going to try and hold back. Not involve the units too much. Yep, so the unicorns can take a hit from the griffins, which is good. Fire Blast, 210 points of damage. We can go for all three of these stacks. I think that's probably fine. I rarely get to use this spell, so we'll give it a go. These things have 6 speed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can reach us. Can't really stay safe from them. I think we stay in place. Go for this attack. Goes for haste on those, that's fine. Next unicorn does go down. These move next. I think we try to block the dragons. Do get to shoot, so we'll take some kills if we can. Unicorns do actually survive the hit. Just gonna skip our turn. Okay, still hanging on. Let's see, so Fireball is 210 points of damage. This is also 210. If we can kill all three of these stacks... Nope, okay. Fire Blast again, perhaps. That doesn't actually work either. So Cold Ray is another option, for 20 points of damage. Elemental Storm could be time. Will be time pretty soon, but not yet. I think we Cold Ray the strongest stack we can, which is probably these. As if we kill them off. These go for these, that should be fine, we shouldn't take too much damage. They do go for Bless on the Swordsman, who I guess can actually reach us, so that could be pretty bad. But, still got 287 points to hang on for. This stack is doing incredibly well. They do finally go down, they haste the griffins. These do go for our dragon, they do 38 points of damage. At this point, probably Elemental Storm does make sense. 525 points of damage, should finish off pretty much all of these stacks. Does kill our own stack too. The swordsmen do survive, but we just move across the other side. They go for Bloodlust, but they can't reach. And we finish them with Cold Ray. Okay, Black Dragons proving once again why they're probably the best creatures in the game. We'll just go for this, shouldn't take any losses. We do get our town back, which is not really our town, but it wasn't their town either. So, recruitable units, they have already emptied it out. Should check out what these other heroes are doing. So, there was this one, Synoptic, and Sir Gallant. Both of those could be kind of dangerous. We're probably better off going to the town, but not too much defense in there. The problem is, if Atlas gets attacked and doesn't win, then we lose Atlas, but I think that would be a noble way for him to go. We could also just stay aggressive, go for Sir Gallant. But seems likely we take quite a few losses doing that. Gonna go back to the town and pick up whatever units we can, which is not a lot. We could go for the upgraded Ivory Tower. No, we can't, because we need to go for the library first. Moat I don't think helps us too much. Library's not worth going for, of course. Cloud Castle is a no-go. So should probably pick up the units we have available to us, so it's between Golems, Halflings and Rocks. Magi I don't think get the job done. How do Rocks help us? Rocks could help us against the Liches. We'll try it. Could also dismiss the Nomads, but I think it doesn't make too much difference. I guess it could help, but let's not bother. Okay, so this fight could go wrong, but with the help of the Elementals we should be fine. Actually, a victory is expected regardless. Pretty strong force in here, but this is pretty close to being the last of Red. Okay, so spell options. It is tempting to not go for the Elementals, but they are just such a safe bet. So they're probably going to come forward with the Vampires and Bone Dragons. So yeah, let's go for some of those. Let's weaken these before they attack, go for the multi-attack, which they will. Do take the hit pretty well from 16 of those, but we don't get a kill in response. These guys come up. The Titans are still hanging on. 13 to 20 kills against these, that's not bad. Still, well actually, let's see, so these have 3 speed. So if we attack from this angle, the only way the Earth Elementals can get through to the Bone Dragons is if we move out of the way. And that's the most important thing we can do. Then I don't think we care too much about absorbing retaliation, but let's just do it. Earth Elementals should be fine regardless. These could go for the block if they want to. I think we just stay in place. These go for this 5 to 6 kills, not too many, but let's do it. Next round begins. This time they do get to go first. They go for the attack on those instead of the multi-attack. I've still not lost a Titan. Just about hanging on. I'm not sure there's much we can do to protect it. So, if we were to go for Cure, how much damage do these guys do? 91 damage. Cure is not going to bring enough back. 80 hit points? I guess it could. I don't think this works, but the hit points will flow over into the next Titan. So it might still help. Auto Resolve did lose 2 Titans. These now do go for the block. Don't think we go for the attack. So 5 to 6 kills on these versus 20 to 24 on these. These have been hasted. I think we go for these. Arrow Towers go for those, that's perfect. Hopefully they will go for those as well. They do go for the Titans. The Titans still hanging on. We do get to cure them once again. Seems to be looking positive. We go for this, we kill most of them off even though we have smaller numbers, plus we get luck. Kill that stack off. Vampires, I think, should just go down pretty easy. Nope, they actually survive. Okay, they lightning bolt those. The rock does go down, having fought incredibly well. Okay, is the magic arrow enough for this? Probably not. I'm gonna go for lightning bolt. Kill those off, and we kill these off too. That is, hopefully, close to being the end of red. We do level up. And we could, if we want to, go for the Hut of the Magi, which I think just reveals this, which you already know about. I thought... Yeah, so red is the player you start as. So they get Hut of the Magi, and we don't. Thought it was fairly evenly balanced, but maybe not. Okay, we can afford to go back to the ship if we're willing to abandon the various mines and things, which I think we are. We'll resist the urge to buy defenders. This town should be fairly safe. So yeah, let's get back in the ship. 12 point situation, 24 out of 70. I think we still go for the ship. Okay, Atlas is probably doomed. Zom goes for this. Not much left for us to claim. Yeah, we've pretty much claimed all of this stuff. Don't really have useful reinforcements. I guess we'll go towards this. Should probably come up with something better to do with these units, or heroes even. Okay, so this hero at least can go for this. Are we really worried about going back to defend Fountainhead? Fountainhead should have other stuff available. Don't really want to lose this town, but... well, having seen how the previous fight went, I'm not sure we could possibly keep this alive. She can't get back this turn either way. So yeah, I think we spend all of our gold in this town. We'll go for upgraded Ivory Tower, which is very expensive, but... even though this feels like a big mistake, I think just trading and going as strong as we can makes sense. Steel Golem should help us. Halflings are a bit too weak. Rocks should help us too. We'll go for as many of these as we can. Yeah, I think we do trade here. It's going to be tough to defend it. No hero, but it's worth a go. Okay, let's see. 14 more. Okay, I think we continue to spend. It's not these resources that are holding our mage guilds back. So yeah, we finish recruiting these, we'll go for the boars as well, and we can still afford these. Perfect. Okay, pretty sure this is not gonna work. Well, it's a lot of units, but I definitely thought we could get at least one kill in the previous fight, so I'm not gonna get too confident. Okay, Krydos should go down pretty easy. We are expected to take a loss, let's see what we can do. We of course have the Chain Lightning. Okay, so Chain Lightning will start it on this stack, I guess. Doesn't do as much as I hoped. Kill off the Centaurs. Not the Centaurs. Kill off the Cyclops. Not taking too much damage. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it does seem to work. Okay, they do take a lot of our defense, they get morale. They are doing a lot of damage, I think we will take the loss. Let's see, 71 hit points to go. If we go for Cure... don't know how much we get back, not too much by the looks of it. Do we go forward and go for this? Who's going to do more damage? Looks like these could do more damage. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, we do get luck in response to this, and we do get to move first, so we do protect our Titan successfully. We take the town, we wipe out Krydos, we get some artifacts, which I guess I didn't take into account. Even Eagle Eye kicks in. I didn't take into account that we'd lost artifacts. Or that we had capacity. We can't have lost them, presumably, because we did surrender, but I thought we had no space left. Okay, so Pandora probably should ready herself to come back, but she also does need more spell points, which means, as there is no well on the way back, and there is a well up there, I think we actually stay aggressive. We accept what we lose, and trust that we get better stuff in return. So lots of red dragons, won't be going for that. This guy is now free to move out if he so chooses. I guess we could still use some help against purple. This is our best in this area. If we send him down to help out, it's probably the most useful thing he can do. He could also go west if UAC starts going east. I feel like we could beat UAC. I think it's definitely a loss against Synoptic. Why did I go into the town? Forgot I still need to move this guy. Are we safe to go out with just one dragon? We should be able to surrender no matter what happens. I would like to go to this, maybe to the Dragon City, perhaps we can pick up a red dragon. Does reveal a bit more of the map. No sign of any extra towns. But this is definitely our next destination. We can actually go west here. This is the way through Brownston. Could be interesting to return to our home zone, but don't think we care too much. Okay, just gonna end the turn there. This is gonna be potentially a difficult turn. Oh, I forgot about red. Did forget about that. UAC is actually coming towards us. Purple amazingly chooses not to attack. Okay, well I need to get revenge on red because that was really annoying. Fortunately, we did get in the ship, so we can send YH straight back to the shore. Spread these out. Okay. So this guy first. Let's go west. Let's. Ooh, we have to take them to a fight. We do win. I wasn't sure that would work, but there we go. We'll take the red dragon. And I think we'll take the stats. All 10 of these will join us for 6,000 gold. I don't really care. We will take our stats because that's pretty much all we have. Arena doesn't help us. We're just going to go southeast. Then we go back to Pandora. We'll go to the stables. Might as well go for this. I'm sure this will tell us something. I'm going to go to it. Okay, we can see there's the town of Blacksford. You can also see there is their island to the west. There's Troy. This should be an easy take. Spell points still completely healthy. We can afford to continue pushing on. Could go for the gems mine, which could still be very useful. Okay, well, I think we've done enough for this episode, so thanks for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.